how do you see sponsorship trends evolving for smaller teams and creators? I think this one's quite interesting, actually, because I've seen a lot of this develop in, especially around collegiate esports. So imagine, a small college in, a smaller city in, say America. They build an esports team and they want sponsors. Who's going to sponsor them? They're not going to get NVIDIA to come in and be a sponsor. They're not going to get, any of the big names. What often happens is they start to pitch to, say, local restaurants or, people in their community who are willing to sponsor. And so I've been seeing a big rise in sort of smaller sponsorships for smaller teams just by going out there, being willing to essentially knock on doors and sit down with people and say, hey, this is esports. Let me show you the numbers. Let me show you the viewership we can get you. It may not be millions of views, but here's the reality of it. What is that worth to you? And then, realistically, if they're willing to give you a small budget for that and they say, hey, I can't give you a huge amount, but I think that's worth something, that's where you start to build small sponsorships. And then maybe you get 5 or 6 of those and it adds up to enough to pay for players' salaries. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I definitely see a lot of that evolving. I also see it's becoming easier to pitch sponsorships over time, especially to smaller sponsors, because they're starting to see that, hey, this esports thing is a legitimate thing. And you can start to point to all the, it's been in the Asian Games. It's, there's $70 million prize pools. The numbers are growing so quickly. So it helps that it's a cool industry to be a part of.